Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the first part of the PRWeek Global Awards 2021 digital ceremony. Now please welcome your host, journalist and broadcaster, Hannah Vaughan-Jones.
Alan, thank you so much. It is my great pleasure to reveal the deserving winners in the PRWeek Global Awards 2021. Now, it's been an unusual year, of course, for all of us, adapting to a new normal in our professional and, of course, our personal lives. And from my perspective, I've never been more impressed to see how sectors have not only survived, but really thrived. And these awards, and all of you, of course, joining us today, are evidence of that success and ambition in the face of some serious adversity along the way. So well done to all of you. Now, the PRWeek Global Awards champion the power of communication right across the world and celebrate the organisations that tell their stories in a way that transform behaviours on an international stage. And this year's presentations are split into 3 sections running throughout the day today, and I'm really looking forward to presenting to the world, albeit virtually for now at least. Now, before we reveal the first of today's winners, here's PRWeek and Campaign's PR and Experiential Marketing Editor, Sarika Raghavan.
Thank you for tuning in to the PRWeek Global Awards, and welcome to the first show of our virtual ceremony. First of all, I'd like to extend a special thanks to Stacey Tank from Heineken for being our 2021 Chair of Judges. Thanks as well to our amazing panel of judges. We had an exceptionally high number of entries this year, and also a very strong caliber of entries. So thanks to each one of you for taking the time and for participating and for making these awards a success. We hope you'll sit back and enjoy the show.
Huge thanks to Sarika. Now, before we reveal the winners, here's the VP and Editorial Director of PRWeek US, Steve Barrett, talking to the Chair of Judges, Chief Transformation and Corporate Affairs Officer at Heineken, Stacey Tank.
Hello everyone, welcome to the PRWeek Global Awards 2021. My name's Steve Barrett. I'm the Editorial Director of PRWeek US. Delighted to be with you. Extra delighted to be with our Chair of Jury for this year, which is Stacey Tank, who's Chief Transformation Officer at Heineken. Stacey, welcome to the PRWeek Global Awards.
Thank you so much, Steve. It's really great to be here.
So, an extraordinary year, clearly, one unlike any other. What were the trends that you saw during the process this year? Because doing comms was very difficult. It raised massive challenges, but it felt to me like the industry really stepped up and achieved beyond the call of duty.
Indeed. I was so honored to be involved this year in particular for that reason. What an extraordinary year. I don't think I've ever laughed and cried judging awards. Some of these campaigns really touched your heart in a deep way. In a year where we had everything from, of course, COVID to Black Lives Matter and beyond. So brands were not only adapting to what was going on, but the winners, I think that we'll see, they didn't just adjust, they really weighed in and helped to shape how we're going to move forward on some of these topics. And it was incredibly inspiring. In my role, also currently, I'm our Chief Transformation Officer. And I think the name of the game is transformation, adapting, new things emerging, consumer trends moving faster and accelerating more than we ever imagined that they would. And it was incredible to see companies and brands step up to the plate. I'm also really energized by the fact, and we saw in the Edelman Trust Barometer this year, that businesses and brands were ready. And society was inviting companies to step up and to play a role to support, whether that was amplifying life-saving COVID information or it was supporting governments. But we saw the trust in business, the trust in our organizations really rising and people stepping into that leadership obligation and opportunity this year.
Yeah, transformation is the watchword, isn't it? And whether it's employee engagement, corporate relations, crisis, or doing consumer branding in a sort of digital world, a work from home world where everyone was locked up, was really challenging. Why do you think it's so important to celebrate that great global work and that crosses borders, especially in a year like this?
One thing I know for sure is we're not going to solve all of this as individuals. We have to work together. These huge challenges in this decade, the UN calls it the decade of action for a reason. the social, the environmental challenges we're facing are existential and vast and complex. I was so inspired by different things that folks are trying. They express through their award submissions to address some of these challenges and opportunities, whether it's just running a really smart and clever business, or it's addressing topics like climate change, social inequality, discrimination, et cetera. So, of course, great to see the best of the best to help accelerate all of us and propel us forward.
Yeah, this work really matters. The job that PR pros are doing around the world really matters. Transformation of organizations, of marketing and communications, that's what we've been celebrating. Thanks for helping us assess all this work and doing such a great job, Stacey. And let's get into celebrating some of this fantastic work.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Thank you, Steve and Stacey. And with over 300 entries in this year's awards, thank you to all of you who entered. We're now just moments away from revealing the winners in our first 10 categories. But first, here's what this year's judges had to say about the task of choosing their winners.
For perhaps the first time at the Global PR Week Awards, we have seen a global shift, a global challenge unite all the entries. I think it's really interesting how different countries, how different brands, how different communities have reacted to that differently.
I am always impressed with the creativity of our industry and the professionalism and integrity of my fellow communicators. And with everything the world demanded and expected of our industry this year, I'm even more impressed by the collective resolve, commitment, and agility that shone through in these submissions.
I've really enjoyed being part of this year's process. I've learned a lot about what good comms looks like in terms of great content creation, idea generation, and some super stakeholder engagement. And for me, it's been particularly good to learn more about some of the agencies, companies, and faces behind the creation of so many of these good ideas. And they've clearly resonated with audiences across the world in so many different ways.
Congratulations on being nominated, and to those who have made it on the shortlist of the 2021 PRWeek Global Awards. This is a major accomplishment, as you all know. The caliber of award submissions this year was exceptional, and your work rose to the top. Your creativity and strategic excellence used to execute each project also led to amazing results.
I was extremely impressed by the entries this year. Perhaps because of, certainly not in spite of what has gone on over the past 12 months. It is amazing, the creativity, the work, and the passion that was really, that was evidenced in everything that was viewed. Congratulations to all of the finalists.
I wish all the best to the finalists. Good luck. Hope you are a winner.
Fingers crossed for everyone. Have a great night. I hope you enjoy it, and good luck.
Now, please do remember to spread the word of today's proceedings by using @PRWeekGlobal, and you can tag us, of course, at #PRWeekGlobal Awards. And so, our first award for product brand development, and with news of the finalists, the voice of the PR Global Awards, Alan Dedicoat.
Thanks, Hannah. And on today's first shortlist, no fewer than 7 strong finalists for you. Text for Humanity for Cinch by Edelman. New York Fashion Week goes home with Lowe's, for Lowe's by Fleischmann Hillard. More Than a Tomato for Kraft Heinz Orlando by Marco. Then there are 2 from W Communications, Drive-Through Wedding for Free Now, and Marmite in collaboration with Lynx, the world's first social distancing deodorant for Lynx. Then Got Milk 2.0 for the Milk Processor Education Program by Weber Shandwick, and launching the WWE Thunderdome by WWE. Now, from that impressive shortlist, there's a high commendation for Weber Shandwick. Well done to you. Hannah.
Thanks very much, Alan, and yes, certainly well done to all those named. Now I can reveal that the winner is More Than a Tomato by Marco.
The judges called this winner an exceptionally strong strategic approach to newsworthy, shareable content that drives business. They admired its combination of purpose and creativity and its exceptional results. PR Week Product Brand Development winner, Marco and More Than a Tomato.
Alan, thanks so much. Next up, the award for Best Asia Pacific Campaign.
Absolutely, Hannah. And here, two contenders go head-to-head for this award. Infinity's innovative launches in a COVID world for Infinity Motor Company by Imri, Live Nation and Infinity. And Meat, turning an assumed latecomer into a pioneer for Proform Foods by the PR Group.
Now, with a high commendation and a winner here, I'm going to reveal the winner first. So the Asia Pacific winner is Meat by the PR Group.
One judge praised this excellent single-minded idea that derived from strong insights to turn what started off as a disadvantage into a massive advantage for the brand. Strategically strong and effective, said the judges. Best Asia-Pacific campaign, Meat, turning an assumed latecomer into a pioneer by the PR Group.
And huge congratulations then go to Imre, Live Nation and Infinity, of course, for their high commendation in that category. Next, it's the Non-Profit Award.
It is, and this time no fewer than 7 contenders. ASD, Rockin' the Spectrum for Jake's House by Edelman Canada. Silent Slaughter for International Organization for Peacebuilding and Social Justice by Jin. The Last Older Person to Die in Loneliness for BBK Foundation by LLYC. Storytellers for One Life for Dakota by Orange 360. Fabric of the Community for Grenfell Athletic by W Communications. Our One Home for Fauna and Flora International by Weber Shandwick. And Arresting the Spread of COVID in Asia's Largest Slum for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation by Weber Shandwick India. Now from those, there's a high commendation for Weber Shandwick India.
Alan, thanks so much. But the winner, of course, for this non-profit category is The Last Older Person to Die in Loneliness by LLYC.
One judge called this winning campaign beautifully simple but smart, with impressive outcomes around an issue that deserved more attention and visibility, raising awareness of loneliness and clearly encouraging a much-needed call to action. Non-profit winner, The Last Older Person to Die in Loneliness by LLYC. Hannah.
Time now for the best campaign in Europe outside the UK. Alan, the contenders, if you will.
Hannah, there are 4 finalists here. Missing Masterpieces for Samsung by Edelman. 1 UniCredit COVID-19 Response Microsite for UniCredit in partnership with Finelk and Bladenmore by Finelk. Making the Global Goals Personal for the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation by Hill & Knowlton Strategies. And The Climate Store for Felix by Prime Weber Shandwick. But which of those wins, Hannah?
Well, the award for best campaign in Europe outside of the UK goes to The Climate Store by Prime Weber Shandwick. Congratulations.
One judge called this winner a brilliant campaign based on in-depth consumer insight. Creating the Climate Store was a clever tactic that enabled a potentially complicated message to be presented in a clear and actionable way. Best campaign in Europe outside the UK, Prime Weber Shandwick and the Climate Store.
Alan, thank you. Next, it's time to reveal the best influencer marketing campaign. And Alan now has 6 convincing contenders for the trophy. Over to you.
I do, and they are. Perfect Influencer Campaign for Marc Jacobs Fragrances by Coty. The Gillette Barber Council Steps Up for Gillette by MMK Plus Ketchum. 100 Kilometers of Prevention for League Against Cancer by Orange 360. Then we have 2 by W Communications. Fabric of the Community for Grenfell Athletic and ZX Everything is Cake for Adidas. And finally, Got Milk 2.0 for Milk Processor Education Program by Weber Shandwick. Now from those, Hannah, there's a high commendation for Orange 360. Well done to you. But which of them wins?
Well, I can tell you the best influencer marketing campaign is Fabric of the Community by W Communications.
One judge called this winner's creative approach fantastic, delivering clear standout for its cause with sensitivity and driving organic awareness. A fine example of what can be done with zero budget. PRWeek Global's winning influencer marketing campaign, Fabric of the Community, and W Communications.
Alan, thank you. Now, our next award is for the best PR professional in the Asia-Pacific region, where there's an outright winner. So, the best professional in Asia-Pacific is from the Janssen Pharmaceutical Companies of Johnson & Johnson. It's VP for Communication and Public Affairs, Asia-Pacific, Jennifer Tier.
Innovative and strategic external communications and a 91% internal favourability rating speak volumes about Jennifer's leadership, quality of work and her significant achievements. One judge called her an impressive and inspiring individual. Best PR professional in Asia Pacific, the Janssen Pharmaceutical Companies of Johnson & Johnson's Jennifer Tier.
Huge congratulations then to Jennifer. Next in the spotlight, global creative ideas. And there's a PRWeek Global Trophy for one of these, where the title goes to one of 7 finalists.
And those contenders are Period for Intermina by Cow, IBM Actions and Allyship for Racial and Social Justice by IBM, Lifetime Carbon Neutral for Velux by Ketchum, New Realities Across the Globe by Lenovo, Ideas for Ears Children's Invention Contest by Medel Medical Electronics, Go Near, celebrating local travel only on Airbnb by Weber Shandwick, and WrestleMania 36 by WWE. Hannah.
And I can now reveal the global creative idea winner is... It's Period by Cow.
The judges said this winner was a really excellent campaign on a small budget and a powerful idea effectively executed, tackling an issue that deserves attention. Global Creative Idea winner, Cow and Period.
Alan, thank you so much. Now, our next award goes to the best agency in Asia Pacific. Alan, over to you.
Hannah, one of these 4 will be taking the PRWeek trophy. APCO Worldwide, BCW Global, SPAG Asia, and We Communications.
But I can now reveal the winner for Best Agency in Asia Pacific is... It's We Communications.
It is. This winner impressed with its focus in a tough year on well-being, belonging, purpose and volunteering, and an impressive response to the pandemic, while still growing talent and revenue. Best Agency in Asia Pacific, We Communications.
And well done to them. Next, it's the award for the best agency in Europe outside of the UK. Alan, over to you again.
And these are the contenders, Hannah. EM, LLYC, M3 Communications Group, and Waxman. Now I can tell you from those it's a high commendation for M3 Communications Group.
But the best agency in Europe outside of the UK is LLYC.
This winner smacks of a well-run and robust business with an impressive roster, strong metrics, impressive strategic partnerships for service delivery, and thought leadership aplenty, all delivering great results for the business and its clients. Best agency in Europe outside the UK, LLYC.
Now, our final award for the first part, at least, of the presentations goes to the best global brand. And here, there's no shortlist, just an outright winner. So I can now reveal that the PRWeek's winning global brand is... It's WWE.
This winning crossover sports entertainment and influencer platform boasts over 1 billion fans on social media, delivering a multicultural audience in 180 countries, transcending cultures and continents. It's hard to overlook the remarkable passion fans have for this brand and its work. Congratulations to PRWeek's winning global brand, WWE.
Alan, thank you so much, and congratulations to all of our winners so far. That is it for the first part of this year's PR Week Global Awards. Huge congratulations to all of the finalists and, of course, the high commendations, and especially to our first amazing winners. Thanks to you as well for joining us. We'll be back right here online a little bit later on to reveal more remarkable winners and the International Agency of the Year. So I really hope you'll join us, and thanks so much for watching.